What's up, guys? Austin the Money here. Today we're going to be talking about Apple and the news that just got dropped today. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's read you guys the article I was looking at earlier. So Apple just came out with a brand new iPhone 16 variant. It's called the iPhone 16e. Starting price is $599, which is the cheapest right now. It is $200 cheaper than the basic iPhone 16, which is good. Apple has been losing market share in the iPhone, and this will really help rebound it. So basically, it's like the most basic iPhone. It does have a 48 megapixel camera still with a 2x zoom. So if you're somebody who really likes the iPhone and likes the layout, but you don't want all the bells and the whistles, this could be a great alternative for you. It still has the A18 chip, just like the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus have. It has Apple Intelligence as well. So honestly, you're getting a pretty good bang for your buck, to be fair. Starting at $599. As you can see, the whole reason Apple wanted to do this is their sales have been very stagnant. If you look over the past 5 years, iPhone sales have been very stagnant, and year over year, they have declined slightly. In 2024, they were around 69.7 billion in Q4, and then Q4 of this year was 69.1. So slight decline, and it looks like its peak was 2022 Q4. So we have been very stagnant for the past 5 years on iPhone sales. If you scroll down to this is like the most important part of this. Change in global smartphone market share from Q4 2023 to Q4 2024. So over the last 12 months, Apple has lost 1.5% of the global market share for smartphones. And Apple right now sits at 23.2%. So just a year ago, they were at 24.7%. Now they're at 22%. And they're losing it to cheaper alternatives. If you notice, Apple's down 1.5%. Samsung is also down 0.8%. And Transsion is down 0.5%. And who are your winners? I haven't even heard of these companies, so they must be very big in other continents of the world. Not even going to try to pronounce that first name, but Vivo and then others. So people are really, I think around 30% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, right? So every dollar counts. And if you just need a phone to do the basic phone necessities, why are you going to spend $800 to $1,000 on an iPhone when you could just spend, maybe $200 or $300 and it pretty much still does everything you need it to do? So Apple is trying to boost its iPhone sales and pretty much attract people that just want a very basic phone, that they don't want to spend $800. So I think this is great because, first of all, it basically, if they can get more people into iPhones, that's going to open the door for more people to possibly buy iPads, more people to possibly buy iMacs, more people to maybe use their iCloud. So, Apple Music, and it just opens the door for a lot more that Apple has to offer. And I think that this is a great approach to really boosting sales, and basically, hopefully, they love the Apple interface. And, like myself, I have an Apple iPhone, and I just love it. Like, I have everything saved in Apple. I have a Apple laptop, have an iPad. And, I'll probably end up sticking with Apple for the foreseeable future just because I already have everything Apple. Like, Apple's pretty much trapped me in their little, they've trapped me in their little solar system. And that's kind of what these companies like to do. So it all starts with the phone, right? If you get the phone, then that opens doors for others. So this is a great way to, attract more people into switching to iPhone and hopefully not lose too much more of this global market share. So that's pretty much what's going on with Apple. It is great. I am a big fan of that. And Microsoft, let's go over to Microsoft real quick. Microsoft came out with a new quantum computing chip today, or they announced it today at least. Let's see. I read something online. I can't remember which article I read. I was reading of quite a bit about this. They said basically NVIDIA still thinks we're about 20 years out from quantum computing actually to, be actually useful in our day-to-day lives. Google thinks it'll be about 5 to 10 years, so about half the time, really. So as groundbreaking as this could be for Microsoft, this is like the first baby step into quantum computing. It is, it's like the smallest of baby steps, right? We still have years and years of technology to come out, and this is like the very first one. And it still takes, to solve a problem, it would take a few years, I think Microsoft said. Instead of taking multiple decades, now they've got it down to just a few years, which is great, don't get me wrong, but, technology is far from being over with quantum computing, so this is great news for Microsoft. They're headed in the right direction. Really like this. But, I feel like this is very minimal for investors at least, right? So that's my take on the Microsoft chip. But I think Apple's news kind of smokes that news altogether. Positions. Still have my SoFi, which I am loving and plan to hold for a very long time. As of right now, I plan to hold this for a very long time. I closed my NVIDIA puts for a very nice gain. Went ahead and scooped up some Amazon near the lows of the day. I noticed we kind of hit a double bottom. Scooped up 100 shares at $224, and I'm immediately selling a covered call for next Friday. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the new iPhone is available next Friday. You can start pre-ordering it tomorrow, or the 21st. I think the 21st is tomorrow. You can start pre-ordering it on the 21st, and it is for sale on the 28th. But so I have 200 Google, 100 Amazon, 400 SoFi. That puts me pretty deep in margin right now. We're 27,000 in margin. But the margin is only 5.5% or 5.75%, something like that. Let's see. 5.75, not too bad. I wouldn't mind getting rid of 100 Google just to free up some more margin. So one of my covered calls on Google, I'm selling a more aggressive covered call. And then the other one is a more relaxed covered call, to where I don't want my shares called away. But I really like these holdings I'm in right now. I wish I could have got Amazon lower, but gotta take what you can get, man. But that's a quick update for you guys. If you're invested in Apple, how do you feel about the news? Tell me what you guys think about the Apple news or the Microsoft news down in the comments. Like and subscribe.